Hello, my name is Siamani Williams. I am the founder and owner of African American Art and Jewelry, IMANI'S Treasures. I am a creative writer by trade and a jewelry designer by love. I began creating with writing at a very early age as a young girl. Won my first writing award in fifth grade. I was 10. And then 20 years ago, um, which is how long I've been creating with African beads and shells. I was just blown away with the cowrie shell and the power of it and the history behind the shell and what it means to Africans and descendants of um, black American slaves. Our jewelry and cowrie shells on our personage have always had a historical and very rich history. We've bartered with cowries. Cowries are red to tell your future. And because cowries were seen as the dominant source of currency in many African countries, that is what our ancestors used. And I love the history. So, um, obtaining this Black Crafters and Sewers grant from JoAnn would really allow me to make up for monies lost during COVID-19 and further my new vision of how I want to get my workshops, my jewelry design workshops, out to more people. Many people are using the internet. I'm still kind of technically challenged. I do all right, but it's a lot to know, and I still very much prefer the one-on-one of teaching a workshop in front of people who want to learn the craft, so that they can begin their own small businesses and or handcraft personalized gifts for family and loved ones. Some of the obstacles that I've faced as a minority business owner, of course, has been access to capital to expand my business. And with COVID-19, I've taken a really huge hit business wise, as have many other business owners. And so the number one obstacle that I want to be able to alleviate is immediate cash flow to support my business. And becoming a recipient of this grant will allow me to help not only aspiring entrepreneurs, but women who are, for all intents and purposes, needing something for survival. I've taken my workshops into shelter where there are women and children in placement for domestic violence services. And there is something so comforting and so moving in the rhythm that comes from jewelry design, particularly when I'm working with African beads and shells or whether I'm working with crystals. Um, it's the repetitiveness and the movement of the wrapping of the jewelry, and it provides a sense of balance. It like I'm right here in this moment. This is tangible. I can feel it, and it feels good. And that is what IMANI'S Treasures has always been about: providing good feelings and confidence. Because when people, the wearers of Afrocentric ear art, exude a very intentional message. It says, I am comfortable in my blackness, I am comfortable in my melanated state, and I am comfortable showing off my beauty. And so that speaks to strangers commenting to wearers. You're beautiful. I love those colors on you. I love the symbolism. And young teens and tweens saying, where'd you get that? How can I get that earring? That's dope. And I'm always looking to connect with the next generation because, this is a skill that can help people go from trying to figure out what they're going to do for money to creating some money for themselves, creating some wealth for themselves, creating some financial equity for themselves. So I would love to be considered. Thank you. Imani's Treasures.